We live. We
Excuse
live. I
me.
would say live at 5, but it's 7.
Hey y'all.
Here in this other times and other places in Jesus' name. So listen, we ain't finna be up here long
At all.
because my wife has told me that I have chores to do. I'm gonna just keep it a book.
Yes, we got things that we need to do.
She told me that I need to clean. We won't be before you long. This is my share.
Oh my God, y'all.
We won't be before you long. We gonna sing our
won't
A and B. Good evening, good evening, everybody. We won't be before you long. Good evening, everybody. Jess got a headache. You got a headache? Jess got a headache. She gonna take some leave.
One.
And I got chores. And Jameer is really whooping her. Yo, did y'all notice something? Shiy was here on time tonight. Good evening, everybody. We won't be before you long. This is my share. TJ is in the building. TJ the girl is in the building.
Hey, girl.
TJ the girl is in the building. What's goody?
Hey. TJ, hey, girl.
You gonna have to
Mind your business. How
mind your
you
business. That's all. Mind your business.
been? Has the Lord been good to you?
Y'all, we feeling good. We feeling positive. I know what I want to talk about today.
What?
We gonna flip the script. No, we was talking about Jameer. Jameer is kicking Shy's butt. I need y'all's cash app, please. Shy, put your cash app in there, Shy.
Okay.
TJ said she need it.
Okay,
Shout out
girl.
TJ the girl. Let's go.
Okay, girl. I'll put it in here
She
like
put it
real
in there
quick.
right
Like
We got Michael Rogers in the building. What up,
Michael
bro?
Rogers. Let's go. Hey.
We got Mike in the building. Tonight we're not doing any music, but we're gonna talk.
That's my cash out for you.
I thought we was gonna talk about
Jameer.
but we're not gonna talk about Jameer. We're gonna talk about an experience that we had today. I'm still waiting on you to call me.
We just for a city and
Hey,
girl,
please
yes.
pull up. Pull up. You want to pull up next week? You gotta let me know when you in Carolina, and you can pull up. Tonight, I want to talk about something that happened. Something that we experienced that I think is very important.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
I got a drink. Hold on, y'all.
All right, so I'll start the conversation. Hey guys, everybody that's in here right now, I believe, this is my belief that how many people in here, Just doing something. 6. There's 6 people in here right now. Yeah, TJ, let's do it. There's 6 people in here right now, and I want to share with you 6 people that it is okay to be honest about how you feel in situations with people who you have relationships with. That's what we're going to talk about tonight.
Okay, that is good. This is a good conversation. Let's go.
You can avoid a lot of confrontation. You can avoid a lot of misunderstanding.
Yes.
You can avoid a lot of assuming.
Yes.
And you can avoid a lot of jumping to conclusions.
Yeah.
If adults, well, not just adults, because we want to teach our kids too, but if human beings, people, will just have conversations. If you're uncomfortable with a thing, this is how I feel about it. This made me feel this way, and this is why I feel this way. Granted, how the person responds is up to them, but it is your responsibility. Oh my God, this is confirmation for me. Let's go,
Yes.
TJ. Hey, we got Michaela in the building.
Michaela, hey,
all the way from
girl.
Vegas. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. We miss you too.
Hey.
Let's go.
We
She in
miss
Vegas with the
you
homies.
so
with
bad.
JPK, they out here. They out here on a West Coast tour.
Killing.
Gang. She out here getting solos and
Yes.
on. We miss you too, Michaela. Hopefully you and Reggie come back soon.
Yes.
But yeah, TJ. So I'm gonna talk to TJ because she said it's confirmation. When you have a relationship with a person, relationships have ebbs and flows, ups and downs. And no matter what happens in that relationship, it can survive if there is proper communication.
That's true. That's true.
If the dynamics of a relationship change, it doesn't have to break. There just has to be communication.
That's right.
And when you feel a way about a thing, whether it's frustration or jealousy or anger or resentment or regret, don't let those feelings drive you to a place where you don't communicate. You have to leave the line of communication open if you love that person so that you guys are able to grow in whatever you guys' relationship is developing to be. And it'll keep the atmosphere clean. Let's keep it a buck.
That's true.
Like, we be tensing up people's environments all the time because we don't talk.
Yeah.
Talk.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I'm uncomfortable with this. I know what I said, but I don't agree with what I said no more. I didn't know this would make me feel this way. So, yeah, I'm reneging on what I said, or I'm not reneging on what I said, or I'm going to respect whatever our relationship is, whether it be personal, intimate, professional. What she say? My mind is literally blown right now. I'm just used to shutting down. Oh! My mind is literally blown right now. I'm just used to shutting down to hide my feelings. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Hey, facts. I tried to tell Jess, you going to get on the mic tonight?
You going to get on the mic tonight? Come
Hold
on,
on.
dog.
We putting Jess on the mic tonight.
Come on,
wait,
dog.
Wait. Oh, talk to them. They might help me. And you might help them.
Let's go.
Oh, hold on. Let me get Jess on the mic. Hey, hit the baby commercial.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Jameer
right
Lewis is on the
back.
way. So gang, hit it.
What's good, RXS gang? It's Jolia, and it's a new year, so we gonna announce a new member of the family. And yeah, I just want to tell y'all from me myself, me personally, it's me. But yeah, I love y'all. Hope y'all like the video, and yeah.
ROJAY is the way you say.
Here we go, through the ropes. It's about to be a show, head to head, toe to toe. It's time to rumble. I got my gloves on, I'm in my corner, and I'm ready to take every blow. Nah, I hear the bell. What the hell? I'm not gonna take a L. I'm here to win, so think again. If you think I'm gonna lay down while the count runs out, you're sadly mistaken, cause I'm here to take it. I'm giving all I got. I'm giving all I got, like a soldier. Like a soldier. I'm swinging left and right till it's over. I'm in the ring and you are my opponent. On it, tell me if you're ready to give in. If you had to fight for it, would you still want it? If you got knocked out, would you want it? If your haters stood in the crowd with eyes, would you still want it? Would you still want it? If you had to fight for it, would you still want it? If you got knocked out, would you want it? If your haters stood in the crowd with eyes, would you still want it? Would you still want it?
1, 2, 3, 4, TKO. You got me moving slow, stumbling in, no defense. I can't take it no more. What's hitting me like this? God, what is happening? I'm trying, but I think I am froze. With the right hook in the face, I'm hearing you're my babe. And with the jab to the ass, no one can take your place. I might as well throw in the towel, cause you got my heart pumping. I think I'm done running, cause you're giving all you got, like a soldier. Like a soldier. You're swinging left and right till it's over. I'm in the ring and I am your opponent. On it, I think that I'm ready to give in.
If you had to fight for it, would you still want it? If you got knocked out, would you want it? If your haters stood in the crowd with eyes, would you still want it? Would you still want it? If you had to fight for it, would you still want it?
y'all. I just want to shout out my boy Twan.
Yes, sir.
Hey, y'all. What's the name of your company?
And like ROJAY Design.
Hey, y'all need to stop
Rock it
by and
down.
see that guy. Hey,
Appreciate you.
yeah, man. Thanks again.
All right,
man.
no, appreciate you.
All right, yo. Peace, y'all.
ROJAY is the way you say.
Hey, hey. Hey, hey, everybody.
We setting Jess up, y'all.
We setting her up.
We gotta wait
Trying
for her
to get-
camera, but
Her camera together in Jesus.
test your mic, Jess.
Jesus name.
Testing.
Oh, y'all get to hear Jazz. That's
Y'all
Jazz.
Jess is in the building.
Jazz is in the
Man, that boy
building.
She always behind the scenes on the ones and twos, but she about to talk for y'all tonight. TJ, are you still in here? Let me know that you're still in here, TJ.
TJ, still be
Now, we
here.
about to talk.
Want to be in front of nothing.
Well, guess what?
Turn your computer down. I mean,
Tonight is the night.
oh, turn my phone down.
What up, world?
Hey. All right, so now we back. TJ. Okay.
I sound like this.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
We about to
exactly
talk.
what you sound like.
Hold on. Hold on.
TJ is here.
So, Jess camera need a minute, but we here. So here's the thing.
Let's go.
So Jess is here. So Shiy, since we can see your camera, we're gonna start with you.
Okay.
Do you have issues with
You
internalizing?
sound like because your mic is on.
Do you have issues like where you internalize feelings and don't express them?
That very much so.
Why?
Just can you close that door real quick?
Oh yeah, Why?
Why? For multiple reasons.
Okay.
Depending on who it is, I just want to keep the peace.
Mm-hmm.
So, sacrificing my own feelings,
Mm-hmm.
I just choose sometimes to keep the peace.
Mm-hmm.
And with doing that, I tend to shut down.
Mm.
I tend to not say what's going on with me.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to not voice my own opinions.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to just like revert. Like I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. If you ask me, are you okay? It'll
You
always
lie.
be a lie. Can I talk
I'm sorry.
about me?
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
I
got this. I got this though. Okay.
Okay.
So, like for real, like I just hold everything in,
Mm-hmm.
and then sometimes it gets so bad that it gets to a boiling point, and then
And
I
that's
explode.
that's the part. If you gonna get all the way to exploding, you probably yes, I'm good. I'm good is the biggest lie that anybody ever told. You all right?
But
Yeah,
here's
I'm good.
the thing though. We don't intend to explode. We intend for it to just stay where it is, not, bother it, just try to throw it out of the back of our minds. And then the next thing happens and it pulls the scab off and we're bleeding all over again. And then it keeps happening, it keeps happening, it keeps happening to the point where we can't stop bleeding and we cry out.
I got you.
I can't say we. I'll speak for myself. I cry out and it's like it's unbearable at that point.
I'm checking the thing.
No,
Make
it ain't
sure it's
ready.
charging.
It ain't.
It's gonna come on though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I believe so.
So do we want to wait for us to hear Jessica, or see Jessica, or they can go ahead and hear her?
I want to wait. I want that boy to come on.
All right, so we're gonna wait till it come on. We're gonna keep
We don't
talking.
have to hear me at all.
No, we definitely hear you, Doc. Hey, y'all hear Jess?
I renege.
No, you can't. You can't renege. Let me tell you why you can't renege. Because you can't. That's that simple. No, y'all, I wanted Jessica to the funny thing is, some episodes ago, I wanted Jessica to talk about a very similar matter.
Yeah.
And then tonight she's gonna talk. Tonight she's just gonna talk. We're gonna wait for the camera. But to everybody who's watching and waiting for Jessica's camera to come on.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Hey, Alicia.
Hey, I understand the thought process behind being reserved, not expressing yourself, and shutting down. I do understand from the place of not wanting to be confrontational. So there's twofold. There's the fact that it's unhealthy to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's one. But I also respect that depending on who you talking to, it can be sometimes challenging to do that. Like, for instance, I've made it hard for my wife to be honest with me. That's one thing. So in a case where I made it hard for my wife to be honest with me, it is learned behavior for her to not be transparent with me to keep peace. But here's the thing about that. It's not really peace that she's keeping. It is melancholy toleration that she's keeping.
Explain.
When you don't tell me those things, we're not at peace. We're just, oh, okay.
Well, I get what you're saying, but let me tell you what my mindset is and what my point of view is.
By peace, you mean we not
Peace.
uproaring, arguing.
Yeah, like you're at peace. Whether I sacrifice, that's what I'm saying. Like I sacrifice my ability to be okay with certain stuff so that you could be at peace.
Yes.
When I say to keep the peace, to keep your peace.
I got you.
Is
So
what
you
I'm
sacrifice you sacrifice expressing yourself
Yes.
because you feel like the uproar that I'm going to have is not worth you expressing yourself.
Yeah. It's almost like I choose to remove or delete my peace so that you can be okay.
And that's not
That's not healthy, guys.
But first of all, I'm sorry. Oh, we gonna have a talk to. This was supposed to be quick,
It was.
but we gonna have a talk tonight. Let me tell you why we're gonna have a talk tonight. Because I texted my wife.
Texted, babe.
Texted ED. That is right. Text Ed. That is definitely right.
Okay, keep going.
I texted my wife, and
It's-
in that text, I apologized for creating the environment that forced her to have to be a certain way and do certain things. Sometimes we create hostile environments that make people reserved, and then we get frustrated because they are reserved. To the people who create those hostile environments, it is hypocritical to make a person afraid to speak and then be mad at them because they're afraid to speak.
That's big.
So we have to take responsibility. Hey,
And so many questions.
listen, you can ask the questions. We're going to answer them right here, TJ. Go ahead.
Yes,
Go ahead. We're going to answer the questions tonight.
Tonight.
So, yeah, this may not, I don't know how long this is going to be. This is going to be however long it needs to be for it to free whoever needs to be freed through this conversation, to be completely honest. Open your case, eat your cashew, almonds, whatever they is.
That
The
is
people know
walnuts.
you pregnant. Eat your walnuts. Make all the noise you need to make. They know you pregnant.
It's just so hard to open. That's why. Don't tear it off, though.
She wanted to.
Don't tear it off.
Oh, it's new.
No.
She just tear it off a certain way that it's still on.
From here.
Yeah, just open it.
From here. Yeah, I'm already confused, folks.
Bang, from here. There's a slit.
Oh, there's a slippity dip. Can I get $5 if I open it?
No.
Well, first of all,
I tried to help you. You don't have nails. That's why I was trying to help you.
shh, you don't tell these people that.
I mean, they see your nails. Yeah, they see your finger.
Wait a minute. Take your walnuts.
He volunteered to open it.
They see.
Boy ain't got no nails. The truth is, I be biting my nails. Okay, it's out there. My shame is over because I put myself out there. And she opened the walnuts. Okay, what I was saying. Oh, yeah. I have to take responsibility for the trauma that I've caused my wife that makes her uncomfortable being transparent with me. And even though I'm evolving and growing as a man, I have to take into account how long that environment has been our environment. So what am I saying? If we've been married for almost 13 years, if it's been that way for 10 years and I've been getting better in the last 2, I can't expect her to just be like, oh, he better now. I'll be transparent. No, because she's traumatized. So certain behaviors, let me tell y'all what's so crazy. I've gained some weight. I'll just say that. I haven't been the size that I am right now most of my life. With that weight gain comes the inability to breathe properly sometimes, right? So like right now, like if I say, because I'm like super tired, like literally I'm super tired, so I'm doing that for real. If I do that right now, when me and my wife are just chilling in the room, she looks at me in panic mode. I'm fat and I can't breathe, so I'm huffing.
I just did it.
But she looks at me in panic mode. Why do you look at me in panic mode?
Because, like,
Get in the
I
mic.
don't know. Yeah. I don't know if something's wrong. Like, it puts my mind in a certain place thinking that something is wrong.
But why?
Because in the past, when you breathe hard like that, that meant something was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I did something or said something.
I'll turn your mic
bothered
off,
you.
Jess.
Thank you.
Do what you gotta do.
Did you eat?
No, I'm just trying to clean my area before.
Oh, before she get on candid camera.
Oh, she ready to be pro.
Yeah. So yeah, you can clean it
Pro
off.
on you.
So yeah, my breathing is my breathing in the past, my heavy breathing has been associated with frustration and anger.
Mm-hmm.
So because you're traumatized by that, because that has been my indicator of frustration and anger, even though I'm fat now, it still scares you.
Okay, first of all, you're not fat.
Okay, but even though I've gained a lot of pounds now, so like today I had to say, babe, nothing is wrong. I'm not frustrated or upset. I just can't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, okay. I was like, do you need me to tell you that every time? She was like, no, I believe you. Did you say I believed you this time? You didn't say that I don't have to tell you that every time. You said I believe you this time.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, so you definitely, you're like, this time I believe you though. And that comes from, to be honest, that comes from me internalizing how I felt and just huffed and puffed and not expressed myself.
Mm-hmm.
And all in all, when people don't express themselves to other people, and you straight? They can't see you yet, but I want Jess to be able to chime in too.
Can we do something about her mic? Because normally that mic don't sound like that.
Test.
Oh, it's just loud.
Yeah. Okay.
What if you just get to the point where you stop caring because of the inconsistency? From the other person, you mean, TJ?
The inconsistency of the other person or the inconsistency of your own behavior?
This is good. See, this is why Jessica got to get on camera. Whose inconsistencies, yours or the other person?
I think anybody's inconsistency will.
Yeah, because we were just talking about you and I, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's think about you and I because the comments come in late. Mm-hmm. Which one? The other put me or other person, TJ, because the comments come in too late.
TJ saying yes.
TJ is
Which
saying.
one, girl?
TJ is saying.
Said,
What if
person.
Shiy stops caring
Oh, the other person.
Let me read it again.
because of the other person? The inconsistency
Okay,
of the
so
other person.
she's saying, okay, if I'm TJ and
I'm
you are inconsistent,
What if
yes.
you just stop caring?
I mean, I've been there.
Oh, talk about it.
Yeah, like I've been there. I literally put myself in a place where I was just like, well, it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Mentally, I'm gonna just move on past it, and I have zero expectations of anything getting better.
I remember you telling me that. Like, I don't have any expectations of you, y'all. When she told me she didn't have no expectations of me, that crushed my soul. I'm like, so you don't? Why? What did you mean by that?
That means I don't expect you to be any different than you are.
Because I have not shown you.
Because you consistently showed me that you weren't willing to change who you were.
So was this like a protection mechanism to keep yourself sane? Or
yes
was it
and no.
Okay.
It was like I have to do better for myself, and I have to put myself in a position to not be stressed out and to not always internalize you having issues. So what I'm going to do is just accept you as you are, for who you are, and move on. Emotionally.
TJ said, I tend to sweep my feelings and issues under the rug. Okay. And here's the thing about that. That is a twofold thing, TJ, because if you do that with everybody, by default, this is why I need Jessica up in here. If you do that by default without being put, if a hostile environment didn't make you that way, that means there's a childhood issue that made you that way. Anytime a person is just by default a certain way, and it wasn't caused by an environment. Oh, glory. She almost here. So I'm gonna talk. If you're in a situation where, okay, TJ says, I tend to just shut down, sweep my issues under the rug. If you've been like that all of your life, you have to go as far back in your childhood as you can and learn why you default to sweeping your feelings under a rug. Whether it was a mom that always told you to shut up, or whether it's a dad that never cared to hear or be concerned with your emotions. You have to know, was it a situation in school where you got picked on that makes you reserved? You have to go back to the root of the matter and figure out, how did I get this way? No matter who it is, I shut down on everybody. How did I get this way? And most times, so do we have visual and audio on, Jess? Oh!
Jess, we got visual?
Show them. Jess, show yourself. She's in the building. It's on you.
Hi, people.
Yeah.
Show yourself to
Okay,
the
so it's perfect. All right, so Jess, we in there.
peoples.
We in there.
Hey, everybody say,
Yeah.
hey, Jessica.
Say hey to Jessica, y'all.
My skin is crawling right now.
I have to get to the point where... Okay, so here's the thing.
Hey, Brittany.
Let me just, y'all, listen. Let me just say this. I got my phone sideways, so I can't see no comments.
This is important because, hey, TJ said I have to get to the point where I have where I protect my peace. There's two ways you got to talk about. So now let's talk about it. Let's talk about a friend, and let's talk about a husband or a significant other.
Okay.
How do you deal with protecting your peace with a friend versus in a relationship, a committed relationship?
You don't want my answer with that.
We gotta help the people.
No, listen. Okay, so
even if you ain't doing it quite the right way, we need
my
everybody's
way
testimonies.
ain't right. I ain't even. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I know, like, my way is not all the way right, but okay, let's start with friend. So, in regards to protecting my peace as it relates to friendships, I definitely give people chances. I do. They seem slim and few. But they're really not. Like, I'm very vocal. I'm very open. I'm very honest. And I'm like, listen, I'm asking you for this. Can you please respect what I'm asking you for? Or can you not do this? Or this really bothered me. If you show me that is not something that you care enough about to like at least have the conversation and say, hey, this is really tough for me, but I'm trying. So if I get it wrong a few times, don't charge it to my heart. Just charge it to the fact that I've been doing this for a very long time.
So you're saying if you want a person to be able to work, if a person wants you to work with them as they grow into what you're asking for, they need to be able to communicate that this gonna be a tough journey.
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
you can expect them to fall and give them grace because they've communicated.
Yes, exactly right. Like, don't say to me, yo, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna be different. Like, I'm not gonna do it anymore. Like,
Ooh,
okay. Like, I respect what you're saying, and I hear what you're saying.
And then
it happens over and over and over and over and over again. Even after you said you was gonna fix it.
So is it fair to cut them off then?
Yeah, to me, this is my opinion, because each and every time I say something, I don't just let it like slide. I'm like, hey, this is something I asked that you not do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, can you please not do it like I've already asked?
Mm-hmm.
Like nicely, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my way of being nice, but
boy, if y'all know,
don't do that.
I don't know if most of y'all don't know
First
Shiy
of all,
personally
both
for
of
real,
y'all.
but she's a tough cookie.
Both of you.
Hey, Jessica ready to chime in on it.
No, I back down.
Okay, all right.
Hey, Shiy is a tough cookie, my guy.
I mean, I am if I'm put in a position where I feel like I have no other choice.
Okay.
Like, if you put my back against the wall about something that I'm constantly being vocal about, you deserve
An Oscar.
whatever comes out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I ain't right with whatever may come out of my mouth, and I will admit that. But if I'm asking over and over again and you still do it, there's grounds for me to say, don't ever talk to me again.
Ooh.
But with me,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, listen, at this point, I just feel like you're not giving me the same amount of respect that I offer you and I give you off the bat.
Yeah.
I'm very honest, very open, very vocal.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to reciprocate that and I'm asking for it, then we ain't really supposed to be. We can't really be friends.
Okay, I got a question for you. Now, do you respond differently? Let's say said person in that same scenario.
Is her spouse or...
No. Friend says, hey, wait. What if you get to the place where you express your feelings, but you don't feel like it's being received? That was your issue.
That's exactly what the problem was. Constantly expressing myself, constantly saying, hey, do you hear me? I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to warn you. Like,
So
do you hear me?
At that point, in the situation where it's just a friend, cutting them off is appropriate, right?
To me, it is. Like, that's grounds for cutting you off. Why? Because I can't afford to be stressed out over somebody who don't respect what I'm saying in the first place. And my life is more important.
Yeah.
And I have to be selfish enough in that situation to take just take my side. Like, okay,
Yeah.
you see that this is not going to change. Okay. You have the right to say, I don't want to continue to have this in my life.
Yeah.
And you have the right to go your way. But I'm not going to continue to allow this in my space. You don't have to say we ain't gonna be friends no more. I'm not going to continue to allow this in my space anymore.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you're respecting my voice. I don't feel like you're respecting me as your friend. So,
yeah,
I'm good.
So, and then TJ also said, like you feel being overlooked. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about being overlooked, TJ. Oftentimes, in certain friendships or relationships, you can feel overlooked because you're in a friendship or relationship with somebody who has so much going on that they can't see you. It's not that they are intentionally overlooking you. It's that they have so much in their own eyesight about themselves that they don't have the clarity or the room to see you. But here's the thing about protecting...
Ooh, can I say it?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I want you to say what you're saying.
The thing about protecting your peace is having a mature conversation saying, hey, look, although I want to stay cool with you, where I am in my life, I need something from my friends that where you are in your life makes it impossible for you to give to me. And then that person who got a lot going on has to respect, especially if it's been a like, okay, I'm sick of it. Hey, I told you not to do this. I told you not to say this. I told you not to respond to me like this. Days go by, months go by, years go by. It still happens. Okay. Obviously, we are incompatible in that way. Something about who I am and who you are incompatible. Like, so people can get so wrapped up, tied up, and tangled up in their own trauma, frustration, and ego and past that they neglect you and they overlook you, but it's not on purpose.
Right there. How am I supposed to know what's going on if they don't? That's exactly what I was about to say.
It is time for Jessica. Ooh. Jess.
If they don't communicate, even what? Go back.
They don't.
Even when being asked multiple times.
Jessica, Jesus. Why don't you communicate even when you've been asked multiple times?
This is me. I have to put the camera on me.
Yes. Why don't you communicate, Jess, even when you've been asked multiple times?
So, hi again, world.
Let's go.
So, I have this thing where I'm trying
talking to Mike, talking to Meek.
I have this thing where I'm trying to grow out of right now.
Yeah.
And I spent years of one, not knowing how to properly communicate, and two, I didn't feel like I had a voice. So, or I was in the same boat as Shiy, where I wanted to keep the peace. So if you ask me what was going on with me, I'm not going to tell you. I'd rather sacrifice myself, put my feelings aside, and please that person in whatever way.
So how long in your entire life have you felt like you didn't have a voice?
Forever, like forever. It was either I didn't feel like it, or I just didn't want to make anybody feel a certain way. So I would just I wouldn't even consider talking to a person.
So give me an age range of your forever.
I'm 34. Forever.
Jesus Christ. So we talking about as soon as I could communicate, I didn't. As soon as I was able to talk and express myself and went through enough to realize I shouldn't, I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm asking for a certain reason. So if Jessica says she's 34 and forever, that means if Jessica meets somebody at 23, her not communicating is not their fault. That's the point I want to make.
So, but okay.
Go ahead.
No, it's not their fault. Like TJ said, let me go back to it. I guess it's to a certain degree, it's right for you to not care with the inconsistency of someone else because, we trying to change, but it's difficult because we conditioned ourselves to be this way, be this type of person. But and I've allowed that as well, like for other people. But
why is that? Why I want to deal exactly what TJ asked from the perspective of the. I want you to speak to the people as the inconsistent person. Why are you inconsistent with communication?
So I'm inconsistent with communication because, like I said, tying back in with Shiy, I'd rather keep the peace. I'd rather not be heard because I feel like my feelings would rock the boat.
But what if, what if you were in a friendship or a relationship with a person who says, hey, what's going on with you about this here? And you just be like, oh, I'm good.
When and if they haven't given you a reason not to trust them with your feelings.
So, that's good. So I've been in this position before, and in the past, I couldn't get beside myself and allow myself the honesty of expressing myself because I cared too much about. What's up, TJ?
What up, bro? TJ the boy.
Um,
My guy. Wilson is what we call him.
Don't do that, TJ.
Oh, cause Jess. Oh, he getting you. Oh, you Jess. All right, go ahead, Jess. Oh,
Anyways,
you know he was gonna do
listen, for everybody out there, this is the most I've spoken. Well, recently, anyways, this is the most I've spoken forever. Like I said.
And what?
So.
Oh, Jess, you said something earlier today that I think will be dope. Why are you talking more now?
I've gotten to the point where holding things in, it hurts so much. Like I physically feel bad. Like, and it's just seeping out of my pores. I can't hide it no more. So like holding things in, I just rather deal with it. And I'm not perfect. I don't get it right all the time. Sometimes I just revert back to my old ways and be like, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I just got to a point where like, I almost cussed. Sorry. It's not beneficial to my health and my mental state because, in the past I got into some really low places and considered some things and like I just didn't want to deal with it anymore.
And how did you get to what caused you to be in those low places?
Just bottling up my feelings, like not being able to, but
why? I'm asking why choose outside of hurting. So, okay.
Look, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Can you pinpoint? You don't have to say names or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you pinpoint when it started? Because as a child, that's
Absolutely.
learned.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's learned behavior.
It is.
Absolutely.
You don't come out the womb
Shutting down.
Absolutely.
We are
Doing
children who love everybody. We not racist.
Right.
We not attitudinal. We not cranky.
Yeah.
We're not depressed. We're not frustrated. We're not easily offended. As children, we don't have none. All of,
yeah. Alicia said something good.
Okay, what Alicia said? I can't see.
She said, you don't think they truly care enough to know the real answer to, hey, you good? I've felt that way.
Ooh.
And that's a selfish reason for real, because it's not true. But you
make yourself believe that that's true based on what?
Based on hurt, based on like what you see, and
probably based on past experiences with people who
actually did not care.
Did not care.
Or did not know how to show. And this is the thing about human behavior that is very tricky. You can internalize a person not knowing how to show care. You can, I'm sorry, I was trying to look at the thing. You can be in a situation where a person not know how to express that they care. And because you have your own insecurities, you conclude that they don't care. When the truth is they care a lot. But expressing to you that they care in a way, in a style that is convincing to you is not something that they are able to do. So then you therefore take that and conclude that they don't care.
True.
And that's unfair.
It is.
It really is.
It is
because
for both parties.
For both
exactly right.
parties.
Exactly.
But I'm telling you, y'all.
Like we out here hurting.
Everybody.
Everybody is hurting. Nobody knows. Everybody. Here's the thing. Everybody's scared to be to express. Everybody express care differently. Exactly. Absolutely. And it's like it's tough because we can be in our pride so much so that we conclude or we project or we tell a person how they feel.
Yeah.
Yo, that is crazy of us. It's like, oh, that person didn't show up for my graduation. They don't love me. Because if a person love you, they show up for important moments like this. Not even caring why the person didn't show up. Anything could have happened. Nah, they won't hear. I graduated today. They won't hear. They don't care.
Yeah.
But I got to get back to Jess because this is going to help.
What?
Because this is going to help some people.
Girl.
Jess, this is going to help some people. Because I'm going to give y'all some context.
What are you straw at?
We've been rocking with Jess for how many years, Liam?
Going on 5.
Going on 5 years we've been rocking with Jess. Personally and professionally, it has been a tug of war. Let's just keep it a buck. It has been a tug of war. And it has been a tug of war.
Listen.
It's been a tug of war because so when I first met Jess, I'm like, she's dope, she's talented, she's unique, yada yada yada. We met her through a friend of a friend, all the homies. We all in the same room. We making music together. We doing services together. We vibing. Vibes is good. Everything is good. So we build a relationship with Jess, and Jess, you ready?
No.
You ready? It's time. We about to go.
I'm gonna just put myself out there because you doing it with a lot of emphasis right now.
It's I'm trying to tell you. I'm just trying to make sure your heart is prepared for the fact that I'm about to lay it out. So here's the thing. I'm not gonna give no details, Jess, because we don't want people all in your business.
No.
But I will say this: we met Jessica under false pretenses.
Yes,
I'm gonna go and get.
Yes.
Hey, I'm gonna just go and set the context so we can have a real conversation without dancing. Yeah. Can we do that?
Yeah.
We met Jessica under false pretenses. Jessica, do you have the capacity to explain what I mean, or should I explain what I mean and toss it to you?
Yeah, explain.
Yeah, because I don't want to just put myself out there.
What I mean by false pretenses is Jessica.
Oh, okay, I see what you're doing.
Yes, Jessica. First, she was introduced to you first, right? And it was a situation where they were cool. They both do media. They vibing, and then they were like kind of sharing like what they've been through, or not sharing what they've actually been through.
Yeah.
And they started to form a relationship and a friendship that wasn't on the foundation of truth, because Jessica was afraid and ashamed of how she would be viewed if she told the truth.
Absolutely.
But on the flip side, she's like, yo, man, I haven't had a lot of friends in my life. I've been a loner. And if Shiy thinks I'm dope, if she's looking at me doing camera, she do the camera thing. If she's thinking that we can be cool, I ain't finna tell her nothing.
Oh, I was excited.
Exactly. So you ain't about to tell her nothing that make her be like, oh, no, we can't be cool.
Yeah.
So was that in your mind? Like, yo, if I told her the truth, she probably wouldn't want to be cool with me no more. Did you think that?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So you were like, I'd rather build a friendship with her based on a lie than to never have been her friend at all.
Based off of half truth.
Okay. So here's what I'm telling y'all. I'm breaking down the dynamics of professional, platonic, and romantic relationships. Because it's all connected to people. Now, if Jessica builds with Shiy like that, we already in trouble. Because you have Shiy that's coming into it honest, transparent, cause she ain't had no friends because she don't like nobody.
I don't like people.
She decides.
Same way.
She decides. We're in an environment where she trusts Jess. She see Jess. She see the other people involved. All the homies involved. We playing, having fun. She's like, oh, she cool. She do media. Like, maybe I can give a person
TJ.
a chance to be cool with them.
TJ, shut your face.
Hey, so then Jess is like, yo, Shiy is super dope. I would love to be her friend, but
But
no, I ain't gonna. You know what? I'm just gonna not even mention that.
So let me ask a question.
Okay.
Were you intimidated by an idea of me? Because to have, let me give context of what
Okay.
I'm trying to say. To have an already preconceived is it notion
Yeah.
in your brain about my expectations of you,
Ooh.
my view of you, or who I would be if I knew your truth.
Break that down some more. Can't get no simpler.
I don't know if I can.
She said, basically, she's saying, what in the world made you assume that she would not be able to embrace your truth?
Yeah. Like what?
I think I was just so insecure that I didn't expect anybody to be my friend.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Right.
She said, I was so insecure that I didn't expect anybody to be my friend. So that means it could have been Sharonda. It could have been Nunu.
I don't know about.
It could have been Craig. Anybody who came to
These are
Jessica.
some names.
Here's the thing.
I mean-
Anybody who came to Jessica and showed a genuine love for her that she was able to recognize, because I know the deal. Jess.
I'll be skeptical of everything though.
But did you feel different about Shiy's heart?
Absolutely.
That's my point. Here's the thing.
Absolutely.
Here's the thing. When you've been manipulated so much and then you find something genuine, even if you have to hoodwink the situation where you can have something that is never, especially if you've been in situations like where you've been abused or misused or looked over. Once you become ashamed of yourself and then you come in contact with somebody that is genuine, you want the genuine by any means necessary. Even if that means not being honest about who you are. Just like, yo, I've never known anybody to be interested in me as a person.
I told y'all from the beginning, y'all are rare.
What do you mean?
Because y'all were hitting me with so much transparency. It was rare to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I was so used to like one relationship before, so I was like,
Mm-hmm.
this is new.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't know how to do that in return, but I'm gonna try.
But are you really trying if you are not
It's
willing
my
to be
kind of trying. It's not.
Okay, so
it may
it's
not be.
It's a distorted.
Yeah, it's.
So you like, I'm finna try without being honest. You told yourself that?
So, not really. Not
Okay,
really.
okay.
I'm telling my truth the best way I know how.
Uh-huh.
It might not be the full truth because I need to ease the song. I need to hold on.
I get it.
I need to ease the song, but
And the collateral damage of you not being truthful in the front is not even on your mind.
No.
Why not? Why not?
Because I'm still sacrificing my feelings. Still.
How?
Because like I want to be completely honest and out there, but like I'm still.
Can I break that down to viewers?
Or I'm
Break it down.
Anybody that responds that way, I just want to give a nugget right here. Anybody that responds that way, you're not just sacrificing your own. You're sacrificing the other person's as
too.
well.
That's good.
Because you're not giving them the opportunity to be different than what you've experienced in your life. And that alone can put people in a place where they don't even want to try to do that for anybody else anymore.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like,
okay.
people are hurting people every single day.
Every day.
Absolutely.
And we don't realize how much of who we are can sacrifice somebody else's ability.
And let me tell y'all what's so crazy.
TJ right there.
Yeah, getting people to speak, female dom. Let me tell y'all what's so crazy. When we get in our
right too, Shy.
when we get in our head, we don't mean for it to be, and this is what I've talked to Jess about. Even though you don't mean for it to be, it's selfish. Mm-hmm. When you get to the place where you ain't thought about nothing but how bad you hurting or everything you've experienced, and you would hold on to that at the expense of the collateral damage, that is very, very selfish.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
This is why I encourage people to go as far back as they can to the place they were where they became selfish. Anybody who is so traumatized that they would build a relationship with people off of half-truths and not want to be honest for whatever reason, you are sacrificing that relationship before it even starts. Because what's going to happen is the truth going to come out.
Yeah.
And if it's 2 years later, you have let off an atomic bomb, especially if the other person has been operating from a place of truth.
Yeah.
Whole truth.
Yeah.
So, the way Shiy and Jess should have met was, hey, this should have been Jess. Hey, I'm not really used to genuine people, so this is new for me, but I don't want to push it away. But also, I would like for you to know that this is who I am. I'm not proud of all of these things, but this is me. If you're cool with accepting me as a friend, knowing what my truth is, I would love for us to build and grow and learn from each other over time.
Yeah.
Shiy has the opportunity to say, nah, that's too heavy. Nah, that's out of pocket. Or sure.
Yeah.
And then Shiy may end up telling Jess stuff that's 50 times crazier.
So
I thought I was off the chain. You have just topped me.
I'm a put myself back out there.
Okay.
I absolutely, looking back at it now, I definitely did forfeit her right to get to know me. I did that with a lot of people, but her for sure. And our friendship has been rocky because of that, because of my insecurity and constantly.
Tell your truth, man. You helping the people.
I mean, I'm out there now. So.
Facts. I mean, everybody go through. Jessica, remember this. Remember what I told you about the building where everybody come in, they blindfolded, and then they drop the wall, and everybody they know is in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a family member, a friend, an acquaintance. There's nobody in this entire world that is so different from you that you have to be reserved or ashamed of being honest. Mm-hmm. We need weekly talks. Let's go. The right people will be around as long as you are straight up. And that's what Jessica did not believe, TJ, the Wilson. Jessica didn't understand that concept. Mm-mm. Therefore, she projected onto Shiy how she thought Shiy would feel because Jessica has neglected her own self.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jessica is not friends with her own self. Mm-hmm. Jessica has cut her own self off. Yeah. So if I think low of my truth, I'm going to assume that anybody who I be honest with is going to think low of my truth.
For sure. Because
it's a factor of, I believe, however you see yourself, you swear that's how people see you.
Yeah.
Because that's how you see yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you could get in your head and in your emotions and in your feelings so much so that you make yourself believe that the world feels about you the way you feel about yourself. That's why it is up to you to decide to be a success before you expect the world to see you as a successful person.
It's forfeiting the opportunity to grow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you get in situations, TJ the girl, back to your point, where you internalize everything, whether it's from a childhood place or a place of a teenager that's been abused or verbally, physically abused, and then you go into this mental and emotional place, and it's a cave. Mm. And although you couldn't control the situation, now you're in this cave, and you're so blinded, the cave is so dark, that when people come in, you can't see them. Mm. Even if they're coming to rescue you, you can't see them. Mm. You are not strong enough to walk out of the cave, so you try to just keep them in the cave. Mm. They love you so much that they come in and visit the cave until you drag them in, and then y'all just both in the cave. And then until somebody say, I'm sick of this cave. And then what will happen is the trauma will make you tell the person who natural habitat is not the cave that they wrong for leaving the cave because you don't have the strength to get out. Mm. No, get out the cave.
Yeah.
You ain't always been here. Like, you have made this cave your home, and you are frustrated with people who don't want to make the cave their home. Mm. No. This person has been sent here to help you get out. So how do you get out of the cave? You be honest with yourself about where you are, whether the situation was something you could control or not. Whether it was your fault or not, it's your responsibility. Mm-hmm. If something happens to a person beyond their control, it wasn't their fault, but as soon as it happens to you, what happens next is your responsibility. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes when things happen that are not our fault, we feel entitled. We feel we have the right to forfeit accountability. Mm. because it's them.
Yeah.
They did that to me. So what I gotta work hard to get out for? What I got? Me? I ain't do nothing to myself. Jess, what's your thoughts? I just look back there.
Got me off guard. I want to go back to put some family business out there.
Yeah.
When I was a child,
Let's go.
this is a point that Leah want me to go back to.
Okay.
Bless God.
Um,
Victim mentality. That's right. Fisher.
for sure.
Which is exactly what she about to talk about, probably.
Oh my God.
As a child, what did go ahead?
So as a child, I experienced some trauma. My parents separated. At one point, I think I was about 8. Like one day, my dad came to me and he was like, "How would you feel if I left?" And I just looked at him like, "What? What you talking about?" And he asked me again. He's like, "How would you feel if I left?" I'm like, "I don't know. What? I don't even know if I said that, but I think he either went in the room or he actually left the house. But I called my mom and I told her, I'm like, your husband just asked me how would he feel if he left. But whatever. He eventually left. We had a family meeting and I was sitting there crying. And basically I felt like there was nothing I could do, no matter what I said. He still left. So I feel like that's probably like one
So
reason.
that makes you say, why should I tell a person how I feel? They're going to do what they're going to do anyway.
Anyways, so like.
So one experience with her dad.
That's probably one reason why I feel like that stuck with me.
Listen, that is huge. If you are 8 years old and the male figure, your father, comes to you and says, how would you feel if I left? Number one, he has asked you to express yourself about a thing that could potentially happen. Stay with me. Number one, you are too young to even calibrate the information that he has given you. Then number two, y'all have a family meeting and he leaves. Jessica automatically says, had I told you anything, would that have even made a difference?
Big facts. Like you
If you are still leaving,
you already contemplated.
you have already decided. So guess what Jessica does now? Jessica assumes that regardless of what she expressed to a person, they have already decided how they feel or what they're going to do. So when she meets Shiy, she has already decided how Shiy is going to feel and what she's going to do. So instead of expressing herself, she just be like, bloop, I ain't finna tell that. Because if I tell her my truth, it'll be just like if I told my daddy the truth and my daddy still left, so Shiy still leave.
So I'm like a scenario queen in my head.
Okay.
I'll come up with, I don't know if this is a Libra thing or just a human thing,
Wild Wilson.
but I'll come up with a bunch of scenarios and I'll pick the worst one.
Wait. Explain what you're saying.
Whatever the worst outcome could be, that's what it is. So like,
You're telling me you're in a situation with a person. You think about what the friendship or relationship could be. You play 5 movies in your head of how the relationship or friendship could be. Out of the 5 movies, you pick the worst one. Tell yourself that that's what's going to happen. And then govern yourself according to the ending you made up. God, why?
Self-torment. I don't know.
Well, why?
I don't know why I do that. Like,
This is a... Go ahead, Shiy.
I don't know why. If I did, I would stop today.
Where did that come from? Where did assuming the worst case scenario? It had to come from somewhere. You didn't start out like that. Did something in your life happen so bad that you assume that all things happen that bad?
I mean, it might have stemmed from that. That 8-year-old me. The worst possible.
What's the worst that can happen? My dad could leave.
Yeah.
And he did.
But
So, are you trying to save yourself from that hurt by going ahead and assuming the worst?
So after he left, this probably wasn't the healthiest thing that I did, but I told my mom, "You're better off." So I kind of just went with it, like, even though she was hurting, she would cry at night. I'm like, I'm masking the pain because this left still, like, so, yeah.
So in a sense, you kind of felt like you had to become like a somewhat of your mom's strength after.
Yeah,
him
because
leaving.
I felt like when we had the family meeting, I was the only one that really cried. I think my sister cried too, but like I was the only one that was like, I'm gonna stick by my mama because.
Is that where the bond with your mom started?
No, we was already tight, but
Okay.
It grew from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was always on her hip, especially after that.
Yeah.
But especially after that.
Especially after that, though.
Yeah, I think that's what he's asking. Like, it kind of
grew tighter.
You love your mom regardless, like if you have a real relationship with your mom and your mom like implants like love in you, you naturally have a relationship with your mom.
Absolutely.
But at that point, it grew to a place of more so
you trying to take his place.
I have to, taking his place. I have to be your confidant. I have to be the person that you lean on because you don't have anybody anymore.
Absolutely. How can a person be so strong for others when they need someone to be there for them? Ooh.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about that, TJ.
Ooh.
Strong people have to be honest enough to say that sometimes they are a weak person.
That's a big struggle.
Strong people struggle with saying sometimes I'm actually not strong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually not strong most of the time.
I'm actually not strong.
I'm actually not strong.
I'm actually not strong at all. Like,
yeah, it is pride. TJ, it is pride. Listen, y'all want me to tell y'all what's scary about this whole conversation? It's all pride and ego.
It is.
It is an ego that says, I'm hurt so bad that I have the right to shut down. And don't nobody understand because they won't dare with me.
Why we do that, though? Like, why do we constantly do that?
We do that because by nature, if we've ever felt pain...
Is that the protection?
Yes.
We have to protect ourselves.
Yes. But here's the thing. With nobody around us to say that shutting down is not the right way to protect yourself. If you don't have therapy or a friend group that can have these conversations, all you're thinking about is, you're not thinking about nobody else. You're thinking, what does it take? Whatever it takes for me to never feel that again, that's what I'm going to do, no matter how it affects anybody else. Which is the selfish thinking.
So, my dad actually left us again, like years later.
How old were you?
Sorry, Dad, but put your business out there, but you kind of did.
How old were you the second time? How old were you when you came back, number one? You were 8 when he left. How old were you when he came back?
I was probably still 8.
Okay, so he didn't stay gone long. How old was he? How old were you when he left again?
Probably 12 or 13.
Ooh, you Jalea's age at this point. Okay.
So when this is a reoccurring thing, I shut down. I'm crying at first because, like, bro, I love you. Why are you leaving? Are you leaving because of me? Did I do something?
Oh, so you think you did something wrong?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, because he came to me. he the one that came to me, so I think I did something wrong.
So the second time he came to you too?
No, second time we all sat down
Okay.
and had a conversation. My cousin was over there laughing.
Oh, I have a question for you. Yo, I'm about to help somebody. Does your mom and dad did your mom and dad communicate?
So, yeah, they communicated. And when I was younger, when I was a kid, they communicated. Sometimes it was properly. Sometimes it was, I didn't like how they communicated, and I would tell them. I would tell them to stop yelling, like stop fussing. I would be in their face. What is it?
He said, "Thanks, Mom, for this whooping." Shaking my head.
I would, cause they would fuss in front of us, and which led me to believe, did I do something?
Why would you think you did something? They fussing.
I don't know.
And if you think you did something, do
just-
you have something in your mind that you think you might have done?
No, I was just busy being a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I guess I'm the type of person that always just like took the blame for stuff.
Okay, I have a question for you. When you were younger, did you always get the blame for stuff? Did people always be like, that's Jeff's fault?
My
Did people used to
my
do that?
siblings would blame me for some stuff, but that's like kid stuff.
No, it ain't just kid stuff. Was it often?
No,
Okay, good. In Jesus' name. So you were not blamed often for things.
no,
So where did you get that from?
I don't know. I guess it's just a natural thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just accepted responsibility for certain stuff that I didn't have to.
And you have no idea on God's green earth why you would feel the need to do that.
Right now, I can't think of why I would.
It's okay. I'm just asking for the good people at home.
Absolutely, but I shut down. Like, I cried the first time he left because I love my mom, but I'm still a daddy's girl.
Yeah.
Like, he helped me break in the house because he locked the keys in the house. Like, we out here doing rebel stuff. I love this dude.
Oh, I have a good question for you, Jessica.
Oh my goodness.
Did your relationship with your dad affect how you view men?
For sure. Like, after that, I felt like my granddad was my only role model.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I felt like he was no longer a role model for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't, like, I believe I started looking at men sideways from then on out. Because, like, do all men do this? Do all men feel like when things get tough, they could just leave? Like, and just come back whenever? Like, we didn't even have a conversation coming back the first time.
He was just back.
Did we
You just
have a
woke up-
conversation coming
You
back?
just woke up and he was just back.
Like, he would just pop up more frequently.
And then
bring his bag back. I'm like, what is you doing?
Y'all, that is a crazy thing for children to go through.
Yeah,
Good
it is
God.
dangerous for real. But
That's crazy.
But second time, of course, I shut down. Like, I'm not crying. If I'm crying, it's a little bit like, bro, here we go again.
Yeah.
So I really lost some respect for him for real at that time, and yeah. So talking about how I feel, or just expressing myself is like, not why. We're not about to do that.
And that's the point. TJ the girl, this is the point that I wanted to make. Shutting down 9 times out of 10 is learned behavior. Mm-hmm. As a child, you go through things that default you into not communicating.
You hot?
And then when you become an adult,
Right.
Then once you become an adult, it is your default, and you start to shut down. Hold on, y'all. You start to shut down on people who actually don't deserve it.
Yeah.
The default of feeling like expressing myself won't mean anything turns into you being the adult who decides that expressing yourself doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it is, TJ.
Yes. So here's the thing about it. We all have to get to a point where we recognize our toxic behavior. We recognize our inability to properly communicate. We deal with our childhood trauma. And we go back as far as we can to learn where it came from so that we can pull it up from the root. Because what happens when you don't is you will label people based on your experiences, and it's false labels on them people. And then you got a whole, and then what'll happen is, this is how
Yes, it does.
This is how women, I'm glad you're actually letting it out. Peace definitely comes from Jessica. Jessica.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It's so true.
Turn me back on, babe.
Jessica, how long did it take you to learn that you feel better when you just let it out? Because that's the whole point of this conversation.
I mean, over the years, throughout some conversations that we had, of course it felt better, but like recently, probably like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. We just had me and Jessica just had a situation today
Maybe like 2 weeks ago.
where
2, 3.
we had a conversation and she decided to be honest. And then a while ago before the live, she said, I feel so much better. Her vibe was crazy. It was vibrant. It was amazing. I said, yes, let's do this live. We about to go. Gang, 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 gang. Y'all.
This one part of the plan, though.
And this look, God's plan. Amen. The songwriter said God's plan. But I want to help us because we mistreat each other from a place of trauma. That trauma makes us entitled. And then we move around with that entitlement on our backs, and we feel like we justify our entitlement based on the trauma, and we convince ourselves that we have the right to mistreat people. This happened to me. This thing that happened to me makes me feel this way. When you do that and you remind me of that feeling, because of what I've been through, I have the right to respond to you the way that I'm responding to you because of what I've been through. No, that's actually very wrong.
So, because of me and Shay's relationship, going back to what TJ, the girl, said initially, like, because of our rocky relationship, does that give her for me, okay, yeah, I feel like she has a right to not care, but then, like, I care so much, so it's like, I have to,
do damage control.
I gotta do damage control, and I gotta change. Ooh. Of course, I know me. It ain't gonna happen overnight.
Yes.
So, like, that's why recently I just decided I need to, like, actually put some proof behind what I'm saying, like, wanting to change.
Yeah.
It ain't easy. It ain't gonna, like, it might not be as consistent as you want it to be, but, like, I'm out here trying.
You have to start.
I gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
And, like you said, I gotta go back.
Yes.
And I think I did go back.
Yes.
But, yeah, like, you have to, I realized that I have to be the change that I want to see. and want to be. And it's uncomfortable and it's unfamiliar. And I don't even like it sometimes, but I gotta try.
Yeah.
Because, like this saying goes, insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results.
Yes. And all your relationships, which is what I was going to say a while ago. This is what happens when a person is married multiple times and has multiple divorces. After a while, after the third divorce, we have to start looking at the common denominator being ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
If I was married one time, hold on, what TJ say? And the people who are meant to be in your life will understand your process takes time and will willing. And listen, that's the thing. A tribe, a community, a group of people who can handle your truth and has patience. Now, I'm about to go deeper. The set of friends who you took through hell may not be the set of friends who help you heal.
That's true.
Because the set of friends that you took through hell are still people who don't have to deal with that, especially if they've been there and tried to help you.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes your healing crew is not your hell crew. And even if you love the hell crew, they moved on. So you have to embrace and be honest with yourself and say, you know what? I wish they were still here, but I put them through hell. I thank God for these new people, and I'm not going to do that to them. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do that to them. So to my wife's point, the person that she had to cut off, per se, can't be mad. They just got to heal and understand where they messed up in that relationship, in that friendship, because Shiy still is a whole person with a whole husband, with a whole family, with a whole baby who has literally her health to protect. Mm-hmm. We all go through different stages and phases of life.
So
go ahead.
When do we all heal?
We all heal on our own time.
On our own time.
And whoever is willing to deal with us at whatever time we are in our life, we embrace them.
TJ said, if I see you trying, I'm willing to make any relationship work because I see you making an effort.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Exactly. But sometimes people lose friends because the person hasn't got to the effort stage. Mm-hmm. And that's the hell crew.
Say that one more time.
I have my own concept of cutting off. What I just said?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people lose friends when they have not matured to the trying stage.
Yeah.
Like, for instance,
when they haven't put forth effort.
When you still in
really
the mind
try.
frame of, I deserve to be here, and you just got to deal with it. Sometimes people can be like, you know what, I would love to help you go through this, but you have not decided that getting through this is important. So I have to transition. And then somebody will come along once you do decide. Like Jess. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I may have had I'm going to just use an example. This ain't true, but I'm going to just use it off the top of my head. If I have a habit of doing something that I'm not ready to stop, and it'll negatively affect someone, and I'm not ready to stop, if that person leaves me, they have the right. Period. If it negatively affects them and I don't see nothing wrong with it, they have the right to leave me. Mm-hmm. Now, if the hurt of me losing that person makes me check the thing that they told me I should have checked, and I start to check it, kudos to me.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I'm checking it now, so you should.
No, hell no. No, you might have F'd that one up. But if another person comes along, man, I don't want to leave this. All right, bro, go to work, man. We'll talk. Love you, bro.
Bye.
Bye, brother. Love you, man.
Then is the question, how long do a person Have to
Wait to see you even try to make an effort.
No, a person has a discretion of their own life to say, oh yeah, because TJ late, so she probably heard me. Yes, if that person say, you know what, I'm gone. They have that right. Now, if you decide, oh my God, yo, that problem really made me lose that person. I can't never do this again. And then you go through the process and you start to heal. Don't try to go back to that other person and say, look, I'm doing better.
Yeah, you might piss
You might have,
them off.
yes, but if a new person comes along, you have an opportunity to do that relationship differently. Mm-hmm. You have an opportunity with this new friend to say, listen, this is who I am. Mm-hmm. This is who I've been. This is what I've struggled with. Mm-hmm. So say Jess, okay, so say Jess and Shiy got sick of it. Let's say Shiy got sick of it.
Jess got sick of me.
Yes, no, but in real life cut you off. She ain't cut you off. Let's say in real life she was like, you know what, Jess? I can't really fool with you on that. I feel you. I love you. But listen, I ain't with it. And you be like, and Jess be like, yo, man, she really kept trying to tell me to look at this and I didn't want to look at it. I wasn't ready. I didn't care to. I didn't think I needed to. But losing her made me realize that there's probably something I need to look at. And then you get cool with somebody else, Jess. The smart thing to do is be like, hey, I remember when I first met Leah, I want real. This is me. Mm-hmm. Sometimes your opportunity to show that you're different is not with the people that you wronged.
Well,
sometimes God will send you another tribe that is not going to be resentful, or because you may put yourself in a situation where the old people may think you ain't gonna never change. So when you do start to change, they say to hell with it. You've been this way all your life, so I don't accept your change. Mm-hmm. So sometimes God has to give you people that accept your change. And because you have put people through hell, you have to accept this the hell crew, this the hill crew. Mm-hmm. I wish I could keep this person, but I put them through so much, they have the right to leave. If they don't believe that I'll ever change, I put them through so much that even though I'm going to change, I understand why they wouldn't believe it. Whoosh. Mm-hmm. Healing crew. Boom. Do not do the same freaking thing. This is who I really am. This is what I've been through. This is what I'm working towards. This is what I've struggled with. I don't want to be that person no more. Are you willing to be cool with me with this being my truth? If they say yes, you have an opportunity to show yourself, God, and those people that you are a changed person. Mm-hmm. And then you go through the process in a healthy way. Mm-hmm. If God allows some of the hell crew to come back, we are spiritual beings. There would be a feeling, if it's supposed to be where y'all reconnect, there will be a mutual feeling of understanding that this is a safe time and a safe space where we can reconnect. Mm-hmm. And you will learn from your mistakes, understand your experiences, go from your new place, and maintain that relationship in a more healthy way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, for me, I'm just gonna put myself out there again, I guess. For me, I'm the type of person that if I hurt somebody, because first of all, I hate seeing somebody hurt.
Even though you would hurt them if it means protecting yourself. That's a crazy thing.
Yeah. It's a crazy thing, and it's definitely unintentional because, like, I don't see it.
That's the selfish part.
That's the selfish part, and it's like on the fence for me. It's like unselfish and selfish at the same time. But
it's definitely not unselfish in no way, Jess. I got to break it to you.
Okay. But like, if I hurt somebody, I'm the type of person that I gotta right my wrong.
You want to try to right your wrong?
No, I got to.
But what, they might not care what you talking about.
They might not, but I need them to, like, they don't have to at all. But
you won't. That's selfish too, Jess. If you need, you crave them believing and knowing that you're not gonna be that, or you're not that person anymore, or that you're sorry. This is good, yo.
That I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
And that I know that I hurt you, and that that wasn't my intention.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had to break it down
Mm-hmm.
like that, and that I hear your pain, I see your pain, and I will work on me.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten to that place. Wasn't like, wasn't there because like I was still hurting.
So in your hurt place, you didn't feel you needed to work on yourself.
In my hurt place, I did feel the need that I needed to work on myself, but it was so hard that I didn't know how to. Even with all the internet and books and all this, how?
Why? Okay. What is so cloudy that is confusing on how? I'm asking you so that you can help somebody that feels like they don't know how.
Ask me again.
You're
What
in
is so cloudy in your mind
that you don't know how.
that you don't know how
to
change?
To change, how to change.
Or to take responsibility for any of it.
I mean, I take responsibility for it. It may not be easy. It may not look like or feel like what you want it to feel like. But I take responsibility for myself because at this point I recognize that I want sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying you do that now.
Right now. Back then, I recognized that I wasn't sweet, and trying to figure out how to like make a change or like be better was difficult because like I know that I'm inconsistent with it, and to me, if I see progress, I should be good, right? Am I good yet? But
So you're not looking for. Here's the thing.
No.
But if you ask yourself, "Am I good yet?" Jess, do you know what you're saying? Did I do one thing to be let off the hook? You're not saying, did I change fundamentally internally to never do it again? You want just enough for the person's feelings to change, but you have not convinced yourself that you need a blood transfusion.
Back then.
Yes.
Back then.
So now you're at a place where you're like, yo, I know I ain't sweet.
So my mindset back then was like, yeah, like, did I do good enough to, get in just a little bit more? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the type of person where I would love your input on progress.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I don't know if I'm still sweet. I know I may have made a mistake. Does that set me, like, I take 10 steps forward, I'm going to get knocked back 12.
So why do you feel the need to, why do you need?
This is crazy that I'm up here.
Yes. Why do you need somebody to, like, give you a progress report?
Because I don't feel like I'm doing good all the time. I don't feel like I've made the progress all the time.
So you want an account?
I don't think it's a progress report you're looking for. I think it's validation that you're looking for.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day,
validate my progress.
If you really want to be different,
or see
you
different,
just want to be different. Like, you don't need anybody to say, "Oh, you're doing good. You're doing good." You don't need anybody.
You have no
to
interest.
do that.
I think
Because hold on, wait.
Okay.
The reason I say that is because when you know change is necessary, you don't even want other people's input. That's the God honest truth. When you know you really in a bad place, you don't want other people's input. You literally just want to figure out how to fix your issue and your problem and why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. You just want to make sure for yourself that you get to a better place within.
Absolutely.
So that whatever comes from within is a natural, better thing that people can feel outwardly.
Absolutely. I think I've gotten to that point now because my better, I am a people pleaser.
That's what I wanted you to hit. You wanted to be accepted, and you wanted to use performance to get to a place of being re-entered back into the circle. I'm glad you said it.
Performance and not the reality of actual change.
Yes. I want to go to my friend's house on Saturday. So I'm cleaning my room. I don't want to be a clean person. I just need a clean room on Friday so I can go to the party on Saturday. Sunday, I throw everything back on the floor. And then, if my mama come back in here and tell me I'm about to get a whooping, I clean it again. I'm not a clean person. I just don't want a whooping. But when you desire to be a clean person, a party or a whooping ain't got nothing to do with it. You just want to be a clean person. You don't have to be prompted. You don't need to be primed. You don't have to have a piece of meat dangled into your face. Nah, man, I just ain't about that dirty life.
So I think I was like on the fence as a child.
Okay.
Like, I won't, like, I guess we can use the example of like dirty rooms, stuff like that.
Yes.
I won't really messy, but I want the cleanest.
Mm-hmm.
And then like my intentions of going out over a friend's house or whatever are strictly pure.
Okay.
So like.
But you still want to be, okay. Were you accepted as a child by other children?
No.
You weren't?
Somewhat.
Were you really?
Somewhat.
What you mean?
Like, I don't know. Like, of course my siblings, you know, they did sibling things. Like, pick on the baby. Let's pick on the baby.
Did you see them as sibling things or did you internalize them as personal things?
Both.
So sometimes you thought it was just kid play and then other times you were like, you took it personal.
Absolutely. It's
what about in school, like on the playground and stuff? Go back. Woo! What you said?
I said sometimes it was probably more personal than anything.
Daggone, listen. Now let me help the church that's watching. Jessica struggled to tell the straight truth because she really has not searched to know. But her behavior is telling y'all the answers. I'm only asking her the questions so that she can reveal to herself the answers. The only way an adult is jacked up.
I'm playing this as we go.
Exactly. That's the point. This is why therapy is important. Because the truth of the matter is, an adult is not toxic unless toxicity was poured into them as a child. Period. You don't feel neglect as an adult if you were not neglected as a child, because we are a product of how we were raised. Environment, children, siblings, parents, communication, being bullied, being beaten. Your mama didn't never let you talk, so now you don't talk. Your daddy was abusive, so now you're scared of all men. You were bullied, so now you don't like the way you look. It all start at the top. It start or the bottom, depending on how you look at it. The bottom. You start at 0 years old. It start at the bottom and it go up to the top. There is nothing that Jessica has experienced with adults that is not a result of how she was brought up as a child. No person. This is why therapy is recommended. Because you could be out here tearing people's lives up, and then when asked why you do it, you not know. That's why you need therapy. Because you need somebody who has the patience and the wisdom to lead you to the water. Jess, the answer is absolutely yes. They had to be mistreating you, or you internalized it as mistreatment to become the adult that sees people and say they doing the same thing. Just like now, I'm about to put you out there. Let's say, for instance, Jessica do something mad funny to me and Shiy, and we bust out laughing. She automatically shut down. Automatic. She go in the corner. She don't talk. Jess, what's wrong? Nothing. Till one day, Shiy got so sick of it that she was like, where did this come from? Jess finally said, people used to laugh at me when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And y'all made me feel like y'all were picking on me.
Oh, yeah.
We don't just do it, man.
Yeah.
We not out here just adults pouting.
No, I don't care if you laugh or not.
So it's a thing like, I was like, Shiy got, so we was at the yoga place. Shiy got so mad, she was like, wait a minute. We just having fun. Jessica.
Oh,
I don't remember this.
No, I don't remember that.
Yes, I remember it because you was fed up. It was a situation where Jessica had me and
Oh, we're going
Shiy
back. We actually
about
going
to cry laughing. It was hysterically funny.
I don't even remember.
And the more we laughed, the more hurt she was. Until Shiy was looked at Jess like, Jess, what's the problem? The reason why she asked what's the problem is because in reverse, Jessica be bugging at everything and everybody. Yeah. So it is hypocritical for you to shut down. So let's deal with it. Almost 2 hours in, and I'm enjoying everything that's being said.
This is confirmation for me. I'm taking all these nuggets.
Wow.
And with friends, family, relationships.
Let's go, TJ.
Let's go, TJ.
Let's go. So it's
Send me a friend request.
Hey, right. So it's a thing where it's like, yo, everything starts from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
If I try to talk to you and my behavior makes you shut down, my behavior reminds you of something else. If me and you are laughing and Jessica shuts down, our laughing reminds her of something else.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, here's the toxicity of it all. The problem is when Jess says, yo, man, I'm sick of y'all. Y'all doing this, this, and this, right? What she really is doing, because this is what always happens. Y'all ever seen those movies where somebody is talking to somebody and they blank out on that person, but then it reverts to the person talking to the person they really mean to be talking to? Jessica could go off on me and Shiy for laughing at her. And from a rage place, yell and cuss me and Shiy out, but she really talking to all her bullies from age 2 to 10.
So I'm having a flashback. Y'all triggered something in me.
Exactly. Shiy, you sleep. You got to be, because I'm touching you for a witness and I ain't getting one. Y'all, we got to close.
My fault.
Y'all, we got to close.
Dang, this is getting good.
But
No,
before,
it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't even talking.
But yeah, it's a thing where a man could really be wanting to be a good man to you, but your issues with your daddy got you treating your man out of pocket. Your wife could really be riding for you. I'm not gonna start.
Hold your
hey, well, you
questions.
coming though? Hey, but your issues with your mom could be making you treat your wife out of pocket. And if you don't deal with those things, it get worse and worse. If you feel like people, let me tell you something. I'll give you another example. If you have experienced in your life people not showing up for you, or if you felt ignored, or if you felt like you've never been prioritized, you can get in a relationship with somebody.
Tank.
Tank is in the building.
I need to talk to Tank.
Hey, yeah, you should. You can get in a relationship with somebody where them just having a simple conversation with another person will make them be triggered to feel like you about to put them over you. No, that was just me. I just needed to talk to. No, if you ain't, wait a minute. But where you're talking from the place of your daddy went to all your other sibling stuff, but he didn't go to yours. You're talking from a place of every time you went to your mama to tell her about your day at school, she on the phone gossiping about coworkers at work. So then, when you become an adult, anytime your significant other or your friends are preoccupied with anything, you see that mama or that daddy, and then you go berserk. Even if their intentions aren't the same, even if they don't mean to ignore you, you tell them, you ain't focusing on me. You don't prioritize me. Wait a minute. You're going a little far. I'm not your mom. I'm not your dad. I'm not your siblings. Deal with your mom. If you can't talk to her directly, at least face the fact that that is true. And understand that you are projecting a feeling of trauma onto people and then deciding their intent because of how you feel. You can't decide a person's intent because of how you feel when your feelings is a direct reflection of your trauma, not the incident. The incident is a trigger. It is not the cause. It is a trigger that makes you respond in a way that is directly related to the trauma. So your response is as if your mama gossiping on the phone. But the situation is, I just needed to turn right here and make sure this person was okay.
So I can recognize now me in those situations. And that I was so traumatized that I can't express it. I can't express it. Like, because especially in the moment, I can't.
You can't say this giving me mama vibes or this giving me sister vibes or this giving me that time I was born.
Well,
vibes.
Looking back, then I don't know where it stems from.
So you didn't know that it was a trigger from trauma.
Let me tell you why I just know what it felt like.
Let me tell you why we don't know triggers from trauma. Because over time, the trauma hurts so bad that we default into burying it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we bury it deep.
So when we have conversations and y'all bring things up, I'll be like, oh yeah.
Because it's like, we got the shovels at that point. Because you don't want no shovel. You mean dig this up? And we like, yeah, dig it up, my guy. Because you finna destroy every relationship now and forever if you don't get a shovel and dig that up.
Listen.
So you don't even know it's down there. Like, because you forgot.
Or it's so fresh that you don't even,
And then once it hit you, especially if you got, like if it was deep, like I know people that have said, that hurt me so bad that I'm going to train myself to pretend it never happened, or I'm going to come up with an alternative version of the story that makes me more comfortable thinking about it. And then I will adopt that. Go ahead, Jess.
I know before, I told y'all one time, like, I literally tried to delete stuff.
See? Exactly.
I know I do because I don't like it for myself. I don't want you to know that. I don't want to know it.
Yes.
I don't want to relive this.
Yes, TJ. Yes.
What you say? So pretty much being nonchalant.
Yes, that's what the result of that burial is being nonchalant. So Jessica just said she used to delete stuff. So if you're deleting things and then I say, Jess, that probably got something to do with you being bullied as a kid. If Jessica has been deleting things, she's going to say, I don't know.
I really don't know.
Like, the point is, you used to know, but somewhere along the line, you decided to delete it. And even if Tammy's sessions used to be on this hard drive, it don't matter. If I delete it, it ain't there no more.
Like, okay, you don't want to relive a thing.
Let's go.
You don't want to relive a thing, so why think about it?
This is why you should think about it. Because reliving a thing mentally can free you from reliving a thing in your reality.
But right now I'm hurt. I don't do that.
Yes.
I'm not thinking that way.
Yes.
So, come back.
So you would rather...
Give me some time.
So here's the thing. But then
I would rather shut down.
Yes, but then you have to consider the pain that you're putting the other person through by deciding, I don't feel like dealing with that.
Right now, I'm hurt, and that trumps everything.
Exactly.
Which is why it's selfish.
Absolutely.
And then we expect people to be cool with that. We want people to be cool with that. You are blessed enough. Now here's the blankety blank thing about stuff like marriage. You're through now. You got fixed.
What did she say? Externally what?
Extremely externally deleted, but not internally.
Exactly. So you delete it and you don't remember the incident, but your whole life, your subconscious remembers the incident, which is why situations trigger you. So you may not remember the exact moment when bullying made you shut down. But because your subconscious remembers it, you are triggered to respond a certain way. And the reason why you go so hard at the people who triggers you is because you think that the trigger is the problem because you deleted the problem. So you think the trigger the problem. No, Nick. No, person.
Yeah. So
the trigger is the trigger who's making you respond based on the problem.
Just need to go back over there.
So you have to get to the place where you're like, oh, snap. Give me a minute.
You want me to put it back in?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
They go under the table, though. Hold on, y'all. We come.
I got you.
I'm going to calm my voice down. You have to get to the place where you are relentless in the pursuit to find what's really wrong with you. You have to get to the point. Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Yes. You have to get to the point where you are in an endless pursuit to find out why. Yes, Shiy is sleepy. Shiy is sleepy, and we about to close this. So this is my closing remark.
Endless pursuit. What did you say?
You have to get to a place that Jessica had got to. Jessica valued. This is what happened. I'm gonna end it like this, Jess. I'm gonna be honest. We out here now. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and then we're gonna close. Jessica's change is coming from me and Shiy not letting up and then saying, this it. It's been 4 years, this it. Jessica got so scared that she said it might be a good idea to examine everything they've ever told me. Because
I'm at a brick wall now because this is a wall I can't get there. Hey camera. So I've come to a place where I have to face the fact that what I'm doing ain't working.
Yes. So, okay. We got no. I have to go back before you say that because this is important. I promise I got you. Jessica, what's the difference between me and Shiy and everybody you ever had relationships before us? This is important. This is important. What's the difference?
Love you too, girl.
What's the difference?
What's the difference of what?
What's the difference between me and Shiy and every other person you've had friendships with before us?
There's only been one. Okay.
There's only been one other friend?
Yeah.
Okay. This is good.
That's been like consistent. Like I ain't really.
So nobody has ever really challenged you to be any different than you are because you chose to isolate yourself.
Yeah, only one person. Only that one person. But even then, like I know I didn't really like do much work.
So did this one person challenge you to do work?
Yeah, she tried and tried but it was kind of different though. It was like in certain areas,
Explain.
like professionally.
Okay. So personally, did she care or no?
I think she did, but hi Suzette from Hong Kong. I know I've seen you before.
She didn't have the capacity to.
Yeah, I think it was like she had her own stuff, so it was like I can't help you. So
I'm about to ask you
like,
I'm about to ask you a hard question.
Oh boy.
Did she benefit from you not growing personally?
I say yes and no. Yes and no.
Choose one.
No. I mean, yeah, she benefited.
Because you can't give two answers to no question. If it's 70% yes, the answer is yes. If it's 80% yes, the answer is yes. The truth of the matter is, I know the answer to the question, Jess. The answer to the question is yes. Let me tell y'all something. People will not challenge you to grow if they benefit from your lack of growth.
It was probably like a middleman situation.
What you mean?
Like another person benefited from.
Oh!
Like,
And here's the thing. Me and Shiy, if you know us, we real friends. Yeah. We don't want nothing from you. To be honest, we trying to figure out stuff to give you.
Yeah. Me, vice versa.
So it's like.
But like, not say vice versa. I'm trying to figure out things to give y'all because, but it's actually me.
No, but this the point I'm making, Jess. I ain't talking about it in that way. I'm saying when you're in a situation with a person who benefits from your lack of growth, they will never challenge you to grow.
Not personally.
What you do for us professionally, Jessica, Shiy knows how to do.
Yeah.
So you're not cool with us because of what you're doing over there.
Yeah.
Because she know how to do it really well. We care about the person. So, whether you rocking with us or not, we care about the person. But if you are going to be rocking with us, fix the person, goddammit. Wow. Please.
I'm working on it.
And, y'all, we just be having conversations with Jessica that made Jessica discover things that she had deleted, buried, didn't know existed. And then we have gotten to a place where it has gotten so crazy that she hit the brick wall. And here's the thing. That's the thing about life.
I say a cliff.
A cliff. Oh yeah, that's a better. A cliff.
This is a cliff.
And she either about to turn around and fix her life or jump.
Yeah.
And she ain't trying to jump.
But hold on, the jump ain't that bad.
So you gonna jump? It's better down there for you. God gonna give you wings. You gonna jump.
I'm thinking of the jump differently.
How you thinking of the jump?
I'm thinking of, well, I gotta give a different analogy. I'm on the ground. I'm already on the ground.
Okay. So Jessica, are you changing? I got it. I got this. Cause I need to bring it home. What time is it? Oh, it is 9:03. We have to bring it in. At the end of the day, I wanted Jessica to come on.
Come on, give you wings.
As a living, breathing example of the fact that you can be programmed to be a shutdowner to the point where when people come into your life, your default behavior from trauma can cause you to gut relationships.
Yeah.
Oh, that's default.
And if
it won't even take off the ground.
And that's the thing that I'm saying. I'm encouraging everybody to figure out why you shut down. Because you're shutting down in situations with people who don't deserve it. In this case, I want to talk about this case specifically. There are other cases, but as we close, I want to talk to the situation that Jessica has lived. You gon' fruck around and not have nobody because you have not chosen to deal with the reality of your trauma. Your shutting down ain't nobody's fault but yours.
Just take that route.
Deal with the bully. Deal with the parents. Deal with the siblings. Deal with the other stuff. And be honest with yourself. Come to relationships from a place of truth and transparency. Fix it. Deal with it. And stop
Frickin'
around.
Rocking around.
Man.
Are there any church people out here?
Man, everybody in here church people.
Oh, okay.
That's my advice. You didn't start off shutting down. You can't blame your shutting down on your interactions with people when you 34. Because you 34.
What?
Or when you 23. Because here's what happens.
I think my shutdown, like I was just shut down from get-go.
Exactly, Jess. But from the thing is, it's even though you know now that you shut down from the get-go. Yeah. But let me tell you what happens when you don't realize you were shutting down from the get-go. Every time you get in a relationship with different people, you say that they are the reason you shut down. So then you move on to another person. And then when they trigger you, you say, see, you just like them. And then you go to another person. And then you say, see, they just like them. Then you go to another group of people. And you say, see, they just like them. That's why it is important that you go all the way back to the bottom. Because everybody ain't causing you to shut down, man.
Yeah.
That is actually mathematically impossible.
No, everyone else isn't always the issue.
But when you don't deal with it, you tell yourself.
That's what he's saying.
When
like,
you don't deal with it, you tell yourself that they are.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, if y'all would just do this,
yes!
then I would just.
Yeah.
If y'all would, then it would be yes. No, friend.
Hell no.
No, friend. Quit telling people what they should do so you won't shut down. No, you've been shutting down your whole life. Stop telling me it's my responsibility to do or not do something so that can be fixed in you. No, that's not my responsibility. That's not my responsibility. Which is why it is okay for you to get cut off by people who sick of that.
Yeah.
Because it's not their responsibility. Now, if they are willing, you're blessed.
Yeah.
But if they're not willing, they're not wrong. That's why you have to get in covenant relationships with people, number one, and you have to be transparent with people, number two, because y'all got to work with God to make sure that thing stays straight.
He doing something to me because I don't know.
But he's doing something in you.
This ain't me.
Through people. Jess, I don't know where you would be. God uses, let me tell you, when God, most times, I'm not a Bible scholar, I'm not a preacher, so let me go and throw that out. But most times, when God wants to do something in a person's life, he does it through relationships. Hold on, Jess. The friend that Jess is referring to before us is no longer here.
Yeah.
Amongst the land of the living is what we're meaning.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
To be honest, I deal with it every day.
Listen to me.
Even when I don't want to.
Listen to me. Listen to what I just said. The person, Jessica ain't never had but 3 real friends. The person she referred to.
4 if you count my mama.
4 if you count her mama. The person she referred to before us, and then me and Shiy. The person that she referred to before me and Shiy is no longer living. Let that sink in. We connected with that girl, Jess, and all the homies when everybody was living.
That was my direct connection with y'all. Well, yeah.
That's how Jess met us. Yeah. Through the person that is no longer living.
Yeah.
The thing was, we could see the struggle and agony and frustration on that person was crazy. We could, like, she fought through it. She did her best to grind, smile, and work through it, but it was tough. God
It was
said,
more so with the
it don't matter why. It don't matter why. She didn't have the capacity to get out. And you would have been the same way. Is the point I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
God saved you from being the same way. Through people. Could you imagine that the friend who could have took you down a dark path is the direct connection to the friends who revealed the truth to you about who you were so that you could grow. And then that friend is no longer here. We, having the hearts that we have and the minds that we have poured and talked and poured and talked and poured and talked until you have gotten to the place where we're like, all right, this is a lot. This is a lot. And this can't continue like this. All of a sudden, through us, you meet another friend that makes this easier. We can't forget that part. Through us, you meet another person. So it's 5 people for real. You meet another person that makes what we're saying even easier. So if you connect the one friend, introducing you to the 2 friends,
It's 4.
that introduce you to the one friend, God is using people to put you in the position to see the need to change and have the desire to want to do the work. Her shutting down has been for a very long time, and that ain't nobody's fault. But whatever the situation, it ain't even the person's fault that made her do that. The situation.
No. I take full responsibility.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because it is easy for us to, our perception of situations is what make us feel like things happened a certain way or people deserve a certain amount of blame. My wife could say something to me right now, and my insecurity could make me have an attitude because of how her voice sounds, and she don't have an attitude. And I could start to tell people that every time my wife talked to me, she got an attitude. My perception of her voice makes me think she has an attitude. But if I were to ask her, if I were to say to her, when you talk like that, it's weird. It makes me feel like you have an attitude. Do you have an attitude? No, I don't have an attitude. I actually just talk like this when we're talking about that specific thing because I want to make sure I remain calm and remain true to you. And because I'm in such a calm place, my voice sounds this way. But I could create a false narrative because my mama used to actually really verbally abuse me because that's why I think she got an attitude. Because my mama used to verbally abuse me with a certain tone. She sounds similar with a different intent, but I'm saying how she feels and what I'm projecting and saying what she's doing to me based on the sound of a voice, not the intent of her heart. Because the sound of her voice reminds me of the intent of my mama's heart. The problem is down. I have to deal with how I feel about how my mama talked to me. I have to say, all right, bro, you having real issues with your wife and she can't talk to you because you ain't dealt with how your mama used to talk to you. Now you got your wife feeling uncomfortable talking to you because you done made her believe that she always got an attitude with you. She knows she don't. She battling like, man, why he feel like I got an attitude with him? All I'm trying to do is love him. All I'm trying to do, you see the toxicity that you done threw on her? Now she don't believe in herself. Now she's scared to talk to you. Now she trying to premeditate how her voice should sound before she speaks. All because you have not dealt with the issue with your moms. We have to deal with the root. Reevaluate yourself in actions. Yes, you have to deal with the root. So before we go, I'm going to challenge everybody to really deal with toxic behavior. If there is a common thread of people telling you that you always got an attitude, if there's a common thread of people saying you always mean, if there's a common thread of people saying you always shut down, if there's a common thread of people saying you always whatever, if you have 3 people in your life that have had the same have said the same thing about you, and your response is normally you defending yourself, check it. And go as far back as you can to figure out where it come from, because you defending yourself ain't pretty. Because everybody just think you crazy. Get to the place where you're not in defense mode. Get in offense mode instead of defense mode. Figure out, I do be tight. But if every time anybody make me feel like that, I feel the same way, it can't be everybody. I need to deal with why I'm responding this way. What happened in my life that's making me feel like everybody think I'm number 2? Your daddy didn't make you feel like you number 1. So everybody who has interest in relationships with anybody other than you automatically say they think they make you feel like you number 2. I ain't about to deal with nobody who ain't gonna put me first. Deal with the problem. Your pops was not there. So even though people want to be around you now, you see them through the lens of your pops when a certain action hits your heart. So then you project on them that they don't want you to be number 1 because you ain't dealt with pops. Pops left, pops on there, he was a deadbeat. So now you saying, dude over here, I ain't about to, if don't want to, no, deal with down, go down, because you done been with 3 dudes and you swear to the Holy Father that you ain't finna deal with them 3 dudes not making you number 1. They trying to explain to you all the other things that they got going on, and they trying to explain to you how much they love you, but you don't care because of that one thing that made you feel like they treating you like your daddy did. Go back down, bam, down. Deal with it. Because then when you deal with it and you have an issue with your dude, you have enough insight and enough wisdom to have a conversation with your dude about the action versus automatically responding without a conversation. You are no longer triggered once you go back down and deal with it. You are no longer triggered. So even if it make you feel uncomfortable, you are not so far gone that you cannot be like, oh man, what? Okay, babe, that right there is a little weird. What's up with that? That felt like I was being put on the back burner. And when I was younger, my dad wasn't in my life, so I never felt good enough for any man. So there are certain things that make me feel like I've been put on the back burner. So how do you really feel about me? And then when he says, you know what, I love you, work just been crazy this week, and I'm trying to build a certain thing and do a certain thing, and I need you to be patient with me because I'm building for us. I'm not putting you on the back burner, but there's something that needs my attention so that I can build for our future. Then you can have a real conversation. And then you go, oh, wow, you're not my daddy. Sorry that I've treated you like you're my daddy. I understand that you are not my daddy, and I apologize to you for treating you like you were. Sam, what up?
What's up, brother?
I apologize for treating you like you were. There's a lot of people that we owe apologies to because we've treated them like the people who traumatized us. The triggered situations have made us treat people like they are who traumatized us. That's not fair to those people. That's not fair to those people, y'all. We got to get it right. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all being in here. We do not take it for granted that y'all spend y'all time with us. We do not take it for granted that y'all spend y'all money with us. We do not take it for granted that y'all are here every night with us. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to Shiy. Shout out to Jess for talking. Oh, hey, Jess talk tonight. Hey, glory, glory, glory. Shout out to all y'all watching. We love y'all. We care for y'all a lot. And everything that we do is from a place of love, from a place of concern, from a place of gratitude, wanting to give back, whether it's personal, relational, professional, everything that we've learned on all levels of our life, we have decided to take on the responsibility of being transparent so that people can be healed, so that people can be delivered, so people can be set free, so people can believe in themselves, have confidence. We just want to pour into people so that they may grow. We do what we do because we want to see people win. And we all are winners. We all are winners. We have to get rid of losing mentalities, and we have to go back as far as we can and figure out why we so crazy. All of us crazy than a mug. We have to be willing to go back as far as we can to realize and figure out why we so crazy, so we can stop being so crazy and treating people like they crazy, but we the ones crazy. So we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We're gonna see y'all tomorrow night. Peace.